Hey guys, sorry that I'm late. I was having trouble getting the live feed started. But welcome to our team call this week. Sorry there wasn't one last week. Hopefully this one is extra good. To make up for that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And okay, so Team Passionate Living team call. March 22nd. So Success Club update just to start off. So we've got Matt at 2 points, Stacy at 2 points, Ashanti at 4, Terry at 4, I am at 9, and Yolanda is at 14. Absolutely killing it this month. So our weekly focus, I would really love it to be on personal development, finding a book that inspires you and encourages you and makes you feel passionate about what you're doing. And kind of gives you the courage to continue on with what you're doing. If I'm having a bad day or a bad week, or I don't feel like doing my workouts or my invites or whatever it is, I try to go back to my personal development and do those just 10 minutes a day. And you can really tell when you're missing that. So if you feel like your focus is too much on your business and less on your personal journey, you can kind of switch the type of book you're reading. But if you're struggling with the business aspect, you could switch to a business style book, or you could alternate every other day. Whatever works for you. And then after you're done your personal development that day, then you should invite. Once that's still fresh in your mind, that information, that should be really helpful to you. And if the book's not helpful to you, switch to another one. But then once you're done that personal development and you're feeling inspired and you're feeling motivated and you're feeling passionate, then invite people. Your invites are going to be that much more sincere. They're going to be coming from a good place. And you're going to be connecting with people on a deeper level, and they're going to be feeling that connection. And then also focus on your personal progress. So being a product of the product. So really just taking care of your own physical and emotional well-being, and eating well and drinking enough water, getting your workouts in, and talking about those things and how you're fitting it into your busy life, because we're all busy. There's not one of us that isn't just having, like, none of us have a blank calendar. Okay. So how do you fit it into your life? And just share that with your audience on your Instagram or your Facebook or your like page or whatever you're using as a platform to share with people. And then take your before and after photos. Talk about the journey. So when I had my time with Hammer and Chisel, I was growing physically, and so I was growing muscles, but I was also gaining weight, and I was getting bigger in certain areas, and that was kind of hard for me to figure out how to be okay with that when you're focusing on losing weight and being smaller for such a long time, and then you're adding weight. That was hard for me to kind of wrap my head around. So think about how you're feeling and what you're going through, and then share whatever things are helpful to you or whatever things you're struggling with your audience, because people can relate to that, and it helps them know that you're real, right? You're not some perfect person who's working out with tons of energy every single day and never thinks about skipping and never thinks about cheating on their diet with certain things. And also share things like your cheat foods, because people need to know that you're real. And then if you're able to stay on top of those three things, it would be a really great time to throw up a challenge group advertisement maybe tomorrow. Or we have one starting on the 28th on Monday. There's still a little time for people to order and get their things in. They can order up until the 27th, because that first week is going to be that preseason week where we're basically just explaining everything. So this would be a great, last push of the month, along with your invitations and your sharing of what's going on in your life. If you're putting up an advertisement for a challenge group, then people will be more apt to message you about it because they know it's happening. So some books that I'm using right now, a religious kind of inspirational encouragement book is called Make It Happen. I'm not particularly religious, but if you are, this would be fantastic. And if you're not, I can still see past all of the religious stuff, and there's still so much great information about trying not to be a perfectionist and giving yourself more credit and that kind of thing. About time management and mindset, the Miracle Mornings series is fantastic for that. Just really helps you to kind of cut little parts of useless things out of your schedule so you have more time, but also will help you get more into the entrepreneur mindset. There's also the Entrepreneur's Blueprint to Massive Success is a great book as well. And then for finances, there's a great author, Nicole Lapin, who she has a book called Rich Bitch. And it's all about, just financial tips and tricks and how to make the most of the income you're making and how to reinvest in yourself and all of that. If you feel like you need a pep talk, you need some encouragement, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero is fantastic and will make you feel like you can do just about anything. So right now I am loving the program 22-Minute Hard Corps. That is what I'm doing myself. And I think that it's a great thing to cater to busy moms, to guys, because the program is super simple. It's kind of fast and furious, and then you're done. There's minimal equipment that's needed. They can do it anywhere. And then just like busy young people who are doing school and work and having a hard time juggling everything. Just people who don't have time. And then it's really great for people who were in the military and are missing that kind of boot camp style workout that they were doing every day that was so concentrated but so effective and so difficult. A lot of them hate it in the beginning, but then actually miss it once they stop being an active person in the military or when they're a veteran. I love the short workouts. I love that the meal plan is super simple. I love that it gives you recipes for options for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks that you could literally, just make those specific things and be done with it. I love that the recipes are simple. I love the meal plan. There's so many options to mix it up and make it better for you. But it's also simple enough that you could just follow a very basic meal plan. I love that it's no nonsense and that it's very effective, and I love that it's getting me results. I feel like I can start the workout feeling like I don't have a lot of definition somewhere, and then I end the workout feeling already more defined, and that is really, really awesome for me. So I wanted to talk about that it's almost bikini season, and so this is a season where people start getting nervous about summer. So they've been hiding under baggy sweaters and whatever all winter long. It's easy to use Spanx. It's easy to do all these different things that are quick fixes, and to kind of hide your body in the winter. And then as spring comes, you can still kind of get away with that. But then summer comes and people are in shorts, they're in tank tops, they're in bikinis, they're in other swimsuits. Guys are going to the beach and just wearing swim trunks, and people start to feel self-conscious. And I'm not saying that they should, but they do. And then some people go the unhealthy route and use diet pills, cleanses. Some people go back in time to when they had an eating disorder and kind of relapse into that. So this is a great time to be a coach because we can help them find a healthy way to lose that weight if they have weight to lose, or to tone up and be strong, and to kind of teach them the difference between skinny and healthy. And I think that that's extremely important because we can really stop that bad cycle and the yo-yo effect of dieting every spring and summer and then resorting to comfort foods in the fall and winter and putting on all that extra weight. It's really unhealthy for our bodies to not really know what to expect all the time. So if there are people out there looking for help, and there are, it would be great if we could help them. So some people are just waiting for you to ask them. Some people will see your posts, and if you don't invite them, they'll buy it off an infomercial because they don't know where to go to buy it. If you don't ask them to be involved in your group, they might look for another way to lose weight, an unhealthy option maybe. And some people don't even care about getting thin, but they don't want to go out in public. They might withdraw, they might be depressed. And so for a lot of years, that was me. If I didn't feel comfortable, I would be in a bad mood, and I would, cross my hands over my stomach so people couldn't see that. And I would wear certain clothing that was really tight in some areas to kind of suck things in, or, really flowy tops so people couldn't see my stomach. And that was just a really crappy way to live and a way to feel about myself. So I really think that it would be wonderful if we could kind of cater to that insecurity that people are having, but to come in from a healthy perspective and to help them make these healthy lifelong changes that will really benefit them in the long run, and help them have a more healthy mindset about their bodies and about the way they live their life. So I've talked to a lot of you who are getting started and you're feeling really nervous about having people on your team, even if they're just discount coaches. You're feeling really nervous about inviting people to your groups or anything. You just feel like you can't really do it yet because you just started. So something I had to do in the beginning, and something that for a long time I was against the idea of, is faking it till you make it. So I think that educating yourself and doing training so that you do have the tools in your belt to do things on your own is great. But until then, I'm here with you, holding your hand. And you can also get a success partner, which is another coach that can be on our little team, Team Passionate Living, or it can be in the big Team Royal Republic page. It could even be a coach totally unrelated to us at all that lives in your state or in your town, and you guys could join forces and kind of bounce ideas off of each other and plan for the future, plan things in your business, plan events, run groups together, whatever you need to do. So recruit to your rocking team. If you have goals for rank or income or whatever, it's okay to want to grow your team. And I'm going to be continuing to put up trainings every couple weeks, usually for new coaches. And I'll lead those trainings that you can put your coaches into. And I just ask that you check in with those coaches and see how they're getting that information, if they need advice or help. And then start your own weekly calls when you start to get a few people on your team. Even if only one person shows up, which has literally happened for me before, it's okay. You're having a routine weekly call, and except in situations where it's impossible, like last week when I had no Wi-Fi to call you guys, then it's important for your team to know that you are dependable and that you're going to be there every week at that time to give them some information, to support them, to motivate them, to give them some training in some way. And it can be something that you just learned that day in your personal development, or it can be something that you just learned in the big group team call, or something that you were just, reiterating to your team. And then if you put them in like this team call or the Royal Republic team call and you all attend that together, then just do a group chat and like messaging afterward and discuss the aha moments that you all had, things that you are taking away from that little training, and what you guys are going to do as a team to have a killer month, and just really get that team atmosphere going so that when you're bringing new people in, that it really feels like a community. And then I really can't express enough how important it is to have a success partner. You can collaborate together, run groups together, teach each other what you're learning. If somebody is struggling with, like where to place their coaches in their downline, and you're struggling with how to invite and handle objections, but you're really great in those other things that your partner is weak in, you can train each other, you can teach each other, you can share your tips and tricks, you can screenshot conversations and share those with them. And it's just great to have someone who you either look up to because they're a little advanced from where you are, or someone who is at the same level as you, that you can work together to reach your goals together, and to be sort of on the same level, and understand what the other person's going through. And then I can't express enough as well, earning an income, earning prizes, going on trips, all of these things. People will see that and they will take notice. And that's not what it's about. For us, it's about helping people. But when you're doing that, it not only is benefiting you in a big way, but it's also really exciting for other people to see that there's potential to make this a career, that there's potential to have all these perks to working your own business. And show your progress. When you're being a product of the product, you're getting results every month. Talk about your progress. Share your before and afters every month. Talk about your work. Talk about how you had some great conversations with some incredible people today, and share a picture of you with your laptop and a mug of coffee or something. Whatever your work looks like, share that. And as the summer goes on, it would be awesome to be, have a picture of you with your phone at the beach and you're working. So the great thing about this business is that it's so portable. And that it really can be done by anyone from anywhere, and that you don't need a degree, you don't need to have any specific background check or anything like that to do this. It's really an option for anyone who is willing to help other people to make a difference in their lives. And then for those of you who are really having those income goals, those rank goals, who want to do this and are really serious about this, building your team with discount coaches is totally an option. And if two of those discount coaches can be controllable accounts, you can easily get yourself to diamond, and you can even get yourself to 2-star diamond on your own with just discount coaches and then 2 controllable accounts. So initially, what I mean by this is when you sign up your controllable accounts, as I'm calling them, that would be someone like your husband, your mom, brother, cousin, best friend, grandmother, whoever, who is willing to sign up for that initial cost of the challenge pack and to try a group with you. And you would put one of them on either side of your business, so your right leg and your left leg. And that is also called your strong leg and your weak leg. And depending on who you are, your strong leg might be your right leg or your left leg, and your weak might be your right or left. So that totally is depending on the coach. But everyone has a right and a left leg, and you would want to put one controllable account on each leg. So having those 2 controllable accounts that are active makes you an emerald if you are an active coach. And then when you start to earn commission, you can, pay for their products. They're going to be spending about $120 if they're getting Shakeology every single month, including their coaching fee and their Shakeology purchase. So $120 every month, you can easily make $250 or so just with those 2 coaches and signing up a couple challengers a month. In commissions. So you can pay for their products and let them keep them if you want, or you can reimburse them and keep the products to use for yourself or your family. You could reimburse them and sell the packets as samples or do giveaways with the products, or you could just take over their account altogether and have the billing go through you through a credit card or your bank account. Whatever way you and that person want to work things. But the important thing is that someone that you can sign people up underneath, so that if you wanted to make them an emerald coach, you could in the future. So once you have 4 discount coaches, as we'll call them, so people who sign up as a coach but don't intend to really work their business. So these coaches are just challengers or regular Shakeology buyers. They're not working coaches unless they want to work, in which case you'll train them and I can help you train them. You can put them in my groups at any time, but you'll build your 2 controllable accounts to emerald. So you'll put 2 discount coaches under each of them once you have a total of 8 on your account. So the total of all of those coaches would be 12 coaches altogether. So that's 12 challenge packs sold, a total of 24 Success Club points. And that can be over months. It took me from May to September to do that for myself. But I did that and I got myself to Diamond. So that's the 4 coaches on either side of my business and then an Emerald on each side. And I didn't even know that I could really do this. So I had way more than 8 coaches on my account. And I had been hitting really high Success Club numbers and not having all of them sign up as discount coaches. But the thing is that people are going to get a discount when they sign up as a coach, which is why we call them discount coaches. They get 25% off all their future product purchases. So if they're continuing with Shakeology or something, it's really a no-brainer for them to sign up that way. They save about $20 or so every single month, which really adds up. After 5 months, they've saved themselves $100. And most people see the logic in that and really don't mind. So 2 of my active coaches that are probably going to be active forever and are on my account are discount coaches, and they have Shakeology, and they have always gotten Shakeology for years, and they didn't have a coach that they were connected to really, so that they just signed up with me. So this is how I went Diamond. So I'm just showing you this because some of you have these goals, but you really are too nervous to really run your own team yet, to train your own coaches. You feel like you don't even know how to coach yet, which is not true. You're all doing a really great job. But I get where you're coming from, and I was there too. So now I'm an extremely stable Diamond. I have some working coaches, some discount coaches, and I have confidence to recruit people. I know how to train them, and I have experience in physical results and in business results to show people, to kind of prove that I am a good team to join. All right, so time management. I shared a statistic with you guys that if you sleep 8 hours a day, and if you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and you see friends and family and quality social time 6 hours a day, every single day, you still have 30 hours left over every single week. So that kind of blew my mind because I don't know about you, but I'm not getting 8 hours of sleep a night, and I'm not spending 6 hours a day with my family and friends. I feel like I never have time to see them. I'm never getting any sleep. But I obviously have all this extra time. So where is it going? So this month or week or just from here on out, I would suggest trying to keep a time journal. I've noticed since I've been tracking my time that I spend a lot of time just kind of standing in the shower. I spend a lot of time procrastinating. I spend a lot of time Facebook scrolling, Instagram scrolling, looking at people's Snapchats, other things like that are really big time sucks. And a lot of time just kind of laying in bed wishing I was sleeping still. So if I would just stop procrastinating and spend the time that I'm procrastinating with my family and friends and the time that I'm Facebook scrolling, sleeping, I would have probably a much happier, healthier life and much more success in my business. So I just wanted to bring that up again because I felt like it was such a big deal. And we're really missing out on a lot. So be a product of the product. I know this is probably the 3rd time I've said it in this video, but you guys get results. Our programs work, and that's why this company, Beachbody, is so successful. If you follow these programs and you follow your meal plan, even 80% of the time you're doing both of those things, then you are going to get great results. And if you don't like a program, you should switch to a different one. There's tons of full programs on Beachbody On Demand if you're on there. And there's no shame in saying, I don't like something and switching to something new. It's just not your jam, and people get that. So use a program that you like and show that it works, because it does. Show that to your team and your customers. Take monthly before and after photos. Show your progression and how all of that is going for you. People are really interested to see if it works, and they don't really want to sign up until they know it does for sure. So inspire others and be a role model for them. Share about the healthy things that you're doing. Share about your struggles and how you overcame them. Be this person that they can look to for inspiration and motivation daily, and that they can depend on, because that makes you look like a very reliable coach, and it makes you look like a very reliable friend and mentor if they chose to come onto your team as a coach. Teach others simple ways to make changes. So I've always focused on simple recipes with minimal ingredients, fast and efficient workouts. I'm a busy person. I'm a nurse. I run this business. I'm always way over involving myself in everything. I am on all these councils at work and committees. I do all kinds of extra things I don't have to do, but I'm always really busy, and that's the point. Everybody's really busy. If you've got kids, they have after school activities, and if you're a busy working professional, you have all kinds of things going on at work, and then probably training and stuff outside of work, and then friends and family, household chores, other things. Nobody has time for this stuff, but we've got to make time, or our lives are literally going to be cut short, and we're not going to have as much quality of life later on, which is what I see at my job. So really just showing people how to easily fit it into their life and for a long-term kind of thing is so important. All right, so that is the end of my slideshow. And okay, I'm stopping my screen share. Okay, so if you guys have questions per usual, just comment under the video link on the page. I will share this as soon as it's done. And thank you for getting on. You guys are doing awesome. And just let me know if there's any specific topics you'd like for trainings or anything, and I can definitely make up different videos. Yolanda had mentioned to me that it would be really helpful to see me do my power hour. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a video where I'm screen sharing and I'm doing my power hour, and we're just going to keep it in our page because I'm going to have like people's names and real people on my lists. But I'm going to show you what I do to break it down and to have it done in 1 hour every day, and how I time manage my business. In the beginning, you guys do have extra things like trainings, and it's a little bit harder to invite. But again, like I've said it before, in the beginning, for the first few months, I just used scripts to invite. And it wasn't as personalized, but people still wanted to sign up, and I still have some very loyal challengers from the beginning in my groups. So using scripts is fine, and we have in the files section of our page the scripts that I use for inviting people to challenge groups and to coaching. So feel free to use those, and feel free to message me if you have any concerns or questions. And thank you for watching. Okay, bye guys.